चल रहा है? Hello. Hi everyone, can you hear me loud and clear? Vanshika, Himanshu, Ankit, Anurag, Sagar, Pratyush, Aditi, Shivika, Swati, can you all hear me? Please write yes in the chat box if you all can hear me. Audible, great. So good evening everyone. Kamal sir is not here today due to some unavoidable circumstances, but then nothing to worry. We'll be learning this concept today, which is divisibility and remainders. Before that, I would like to introduce myself. So I'm Yogesh Joshi and I'm associated with iQuanta for the last 6 years. And I'm a CAT 99 percentile in quant section, as well as I scored a 99.5 percentile in the SNAP exam. I was also able to convert SIBM Pune and SMHRD. So I'll be your host for the day. We'll be learning divisibility and remainders. Previously, you must have attended classes in which we did type of numbers. You must have seen classification of numbers. There are integers, there are negative numbers, positive numbers, rational numbers, whole numbers, natural numbers, all sort of numbers you must have seen. And you must have also gone through some other type of numbers like prime numbers, co-prime numbers. We'll use that application in this class today. We'll have little application from that class. And you must have also gone through concept of factors as well, right? So everything that we learned in the previous class, we'll be doing here, as well as right after this class, you'll be having an application class. So once you learn the concepts here, you are going to enjoy the next class where you have a lot of questions to solve, okay? Okay, some people are saying that, you know me, Shinchan. Okay. So Aryan, as I've already told, Kamal sir is not here due to some unavoidable circumstances. Very soon, the next class, he'll be going ahead with it. Joy, you are saying not audible. No, it will not be till 9:45. We have just put the timings so that we don't end abruptly, okay? So class पूरी आपकी 9 तक ही चलेगी, ठीक है? We'll try to finish as soon as possible. No sound. Just a second. So before proceeding, I'll just double check the sound again. Please tell me if I'm audible. Audible, great. So let us go ahead with divisibility and remainders. These are not very unfamiliar words. You must all have encountered divisibility. Divisibility is basically the concept which helps us to check whether a given number is divisible by some other given number or not, right? And what is remainder? When you divide some number by another number, what remains is called a remainder, okay? So these are not very unfamiliar concepts, okay? We'll be learning them in detail. Maybe common numbers for which you know the divisibility must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe, but some people are there who do not know divisibility for numbers beyond that. So we'll not keep it till there. We'll go ahead, we'll learn divisibility for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we will try to devise a way in which we can find out divisibility for any given number, okay? So that is what my agenda is today. You'll be learning how to find out divisibility of any given number, any random number. Say, I say 26, how to find out the divisibility of 26, how to find out whether the number is divisible by 26 or not. So we'll learn that, okay? Let us go ahead. Just a second. So again, can you all hear me? Can you all hear me now? Some people are saying not audible. Please recheck. Okay, fine. So I suppose you all are able to hear me now. We will learn the divisibility rules first, okay? So divisibility rules, these are some rules which will help us to directly check whether a certain number can divide another number or not, okay? So the very first number that we have is 1, right? You all must be familiar with the divisibility rule of 1. 1 is basically a number which can divide any given number, right? It could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any bigger number, whatever number you assume, you can say that it is always divisible by 1. So what is the divisibility rule of 1? Any number is divisible by 1, okay? You divide any number by 1, the remainder will be 0. But when do we say a number is divisible by another number? Suppose I say I have a number 20. I have to check whether it is divisible by 2 or not. When do we say a number is divisible by some given number? Suppose you are checking divisibility of 20 by 2. So you will divide 20 by 2, and if your remainder is 0, that means this given number 20 is divisible by 2, right? That is the meaning of divisibility, okay? Now let us talk about the number 2. You all must be familiar with the divisibility of 2, right? 2 is an even number. So whenever we have a given number which is even and you divide it by 2, you all know that the remainder will be 0, isn't it? For example, we have 2, you divide it by 2, the remainder is 0. We have 4, you divide it by 2, the remainder is 0. Suppose you take any bigger number, say 18, you divide it by 2, remainder will be 0, right? So if you take any given number, any even number, and if you divide it by 2, the remainder will be 0. So what is the divisibility of 2? If a number is even, it is divisible by 2, because when we divide it by 2, the remainder is 0. What does that give me? What is my conclusion from here? If a number ends with digits 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, or basically I want to say that if a number ends with even digit, then it is divisible by 2, isn't it? So to wrap this up, I can say that any number ending with digits 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 will be divisible by 2, isn't it? Is that clear to everyone? Yes or no? Is that clear to everyone? Yes, many of you have correct. You've answered correctly, Shivani, Tushar. Yes, you all are correct, okay? That is the divisibility of 1 and 2. Let us go to the divisibility of 3 now. Just a second. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. My screen is stuck over here. I'll just get it done, okay? And then we'll get back to the concept. Till then, you just go through the divisibility rule of 3, okay? It will help you to understand the divisibility of 3. Just a second. Okay. Am I audible? Comments. Okay. So we were at the divisibility rule of 3, right? We did for 1, we did for 2. 1, any given number is divisible by 1. Any even number or ending with digit 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, it is divisible by 2, right? Let us go to the divisibility rule of 3 now. The divisibility rule of 3 says that sum of all the digits must be divisible by 3. Now how do we check that? Suppose I have a given number which is 123. What are the digits in this number? Digits are 1, 2 and 3. You understand what a digit is? A digit is always a single number, okay? You cannot call 10 or 11 or 12 a digit. Digit is always a single number. So suppose I have a number 123. Digits in this number are 1, 2 and 3. So if you add 1, 2 and 3, the sum you get, it is 6. Is this sum divisible by 3 or not? This sum, when you divide it by 3, gives you remainder 0. That means it is divisible by 3. So that is the way to check whether a given number is divisible by 3 or not. Okay? Is that clear to everyone? Yes or no? If you guys have any doubt, let me know. Clear? Okay. Sanmeet, Varsha, Diksha, you all are saying that it is clear to you. Now let us go to the divisibility rule of 4. 3, it is clear to us, right? Sum of all the digits must be divisible by 3. Okay. Let us go to the divisibility rule of 4 now. Whenever you have been given any number, suppose I have a number having digits A, B, C, D. Okay. Divisibility rule of 4 says that you will always check the last 2 digits of the number. If you have been given a number, you will always check whether it's a 2-digit number, 3-digit number, 4-digit number, 5-digit number. Always check the last 2 digits for divisibility by 4. Why? Because A, B, C, D can also be written as, suppose I take a number instead of that. I have 1, 2, 3, 2. I am checking divisibility of this number by 4. Then I will directly check whether this 32 in the end, because last 2 digits are 32. 32 is divisible by 4 or not? Yes, it is divisible by 4, because when you divide 32 by 4, you get remainder 0, right? So how did I come to that? How did I come to this? 1, 2, 3, 2 can also be written as 1, 2, 0, 0 plus 32. Yes or no? This part 1, 2, 0, 0, it has 2 zeros in the end. 2 zeros means multiple of 100, and you all know that 100 when divided by 4, it is divisible by 4, right? 100 is always divisible by 4. Any number having 2 zeros in the end is always divisible by 4. That is the reason we are always left with last 2 digits. Okay, so whenever we have any number, okay, and we have to check whether it is divisible by 4 or not, you will always check its last 2 digits. That's it. With that, we come to one more conclusion, which is, suppose I ask you, I have a number 1211. Find out the remainder when this number is divided by 4. What will you do? Whenever we say 4, you cross out the other digits, just come to the last 2 digits. So you will always find out the remainder on dividing the last 2 digits by 4. So 11 by 4, by 11 by 4, I mean to say that when I'm dividing 11 by 4, what is my remainder? So when you divide 11 by 4, the remainder is 3. So this result is not just helpful to check the divisibility of the number, but also the remainder. Is that clear to everyone? Right? Yes, if that is clear to everyone. So there's a very smart guy here, which is whose name is Joy. Joy has also given me remainder as -1, which is correct. But we will talk about negative remainders in a while. So we just don't have positive remainders, we also have negative remainders, which are very helpful for us. Stay with me to learn about negative remainders in a while, okay? So we are done with the divisibility rule of 4. I think that is clear to everyone. Everyone has written yes. Let's go ahead. Let's come to the divisibility rule of 5 now. 5. This is the easiest number in the world, okay? Whenever you have a given number, suppose you have a number A, B, C, D. Now, to check whether this number is divisible by 5 or not, you will always check the last digit, which is D, right? If this D, the last digit is 0 or 5, that means the given number is divisible by 5. How? Again, let me take an example. Suppose I take 125. I can again write 125 as 120 plus 5. What I have done is separated the last digit. Okay, this 120 is clearly divisible by 5. This 5, I am just checking what the last digit in the end. So that is the reason when you check whether the number is divisible by 5 or not, you will always check the last digit. Is that clear to everyone? Yes. Soumya, Tushar, you all are correct. Okay. Fine. So we have done divisibility rules till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we are done. Let us come to the divisibility rule of 6 now. Many people know the divisibility rule of 6, many do not know about it. So what to do in case of 6? You know that 6 is a number which can be written as product of 2 and 3. Yes or no? So if a given number is divisible by both 2 and 3, both of them, then that number is divisible by 6. Is that clear? So divisibility of 6 is dependent upon the divisibility of 2 and 3. Right? With that note, if I ask you the divisibility of 12, 12 can be written as 3 into 4. So the divisibility of 12 is dependent upon 3 and 4. Now some of you will think that 12 can also be written as 2 into 6. Why are you not saying that to check the divisibility of 12, we should check the divisibility of 2 and 6? There is a reason behind that. I'll tell that to you. I'll explain that in a while. But for now, I hope this part is clear, right? Divisibility of 6 is if the given number is divisible by 2 as well as 3, that means the number is divisible by 6. Fine. You can take any example. Suppose you take 216. This number is divisible by 2. We'll check the last digit, which is even. So yes, by 2. By 3, you have to add the digits. 2 plus 1 plus 6, it is 9. The sum of digits is 9. It is divisible by 3. So yes, this given number is divisible by 6. Yes, Astha again is a very smart girl. She has answered should be co-primes. You got it correct, but I'll explain that in a while, okay? I hope that is clear. Is that clear to everyone, the divisibility of 6? So we'll jump to divisibility of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are still very common numbers, but there are a few who know the divisibility of 7, right? Okay, let's come to the divisibility of 7 now. Okay, 7 is a very special number and you know the reason why 7 is special, right? Okay, 7. The divisibility of 7 says that suppose I have a number A, B, C and D. I have to check the divisibility of 7. It is slightly complex than the previous ones. It says that what you will do is you will first of all separate the last digit. Okay, from the given number you will separate the last digit and you will simply find out the difference between the last digit and the 2 times the last digit and the other digits, and that will give you the answer. Okay, suppose what did I say for 7? We will separate the last digit, we will double that digit and we will deduct it from the rest of the number, right? Let us take an example. Let us take 343, right? What is the last digit of 343? It is 3. So from 34 you will deduct twice of 3. What is twice of 3? It is 6, which gives me 28. This final number, if this is divisible by 7, then that means my number is divisible by 7. Okay, so 28 is divisible by 7. Of course, that means the initial number that I had will also be divisible by 7. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, Sagar just answered BCD minus A. Okay, yes, people are answering Thala for a reason. Yes, 7 is Thala for a reason. Great. I think this is clear to everyone, right? Yes, if this is clear to everyone. Great. Okay, we are done with divisibility of 7. Let us come to divisibility of 8 now. Okay, what is special with 8? We just saw that when we check the divisibility of 2, we check the last digit, or I would say last one digit. When we check the divisibility of 4, we check what? Recall it, the last 2 digits. And when we check the divisibility of 8, what will we check? A pattern is followed over here. We will check the last 3 digits. Okay? We will check the last 3 digits. Many of you know things already. Okay? So whenever we have a number, suppose we have a very, very big number, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay, big number, it can be bigger. You will just check the last 3 digits. And again, when I come to divisibility, I've also told you, just in case you need the remainder, what will you do? You will separate the last 3 digits because divisibility of 8 is last 3 digits. You will find out the remainder. If you want to find out the remainder, you will just divide E, F, G. That means the last 3 digits by 8 and get your remainder. Let us check that to an example. And why do we do that? See, suppose I have a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. What did I say for 8? The last 3 digits must be divisible by 8. So we'll just check 456 is divisible by 8 or not. Yes, it is. 8 5 40, 8 56. It is divisible by 8. Right? We'll check the last 3 digits. 7 वाला repeat करो. Agrima, you are saying 7 वाला repeat करो. So 7 वाला I'm repeating. आपको कोई नंबर दिया है, say it is A, B, C, D, E, F. You want to check whether this is divisible by 7 or not. You will simply separate the last digit, double it. तो 2F हो गया, right? उसको आप बाकी के नंबर में से you will deduct it. So A, B, C, D, E and you will 2F की जो भी वैल्यू होगी उसको आप इससे डिवाइड कीजिए. जो भी आपका आंसर आएगा, अगर ये 7 से डिविजिबल है तो that means नंबर 7 से डिविजिबल है. Okay? Fine. I think this is clear to everyone. 8 तक सबको clear है. Please ये clear कर लीजिए because we will soon be solving questions. Okay? What if it is a 5 digit number? कोई बात नहीं, आप 5 में से क्या कीजिए, लास्ट का नंबर उठा लीजिए और बाकी जो 4 डिजिट से आपका नंबर बन रहा है उसमें से किसको डिडक्ट कीजिए, लास्ट का डबल, एंड यू विल गेट द आंसर. ओके फाइन. लेट अस गो टू द डिविजिबिलिटी ऑफ 9 नाउ. ओके कुड वी डू फॉर 7 3 6 8 9. देखो 7 3 6 8 9. आप क्या करोगे, इसका डबल कीजिए 7 3 6 8 एंड जस्ट 9 का डबल इज 18. यू डिवाइडेड, जो भी आपका आंसर आ रहा है, इफ दैट इज डिविजिबल बाय 7, दैट मींस अगर रिमाइंडर 0 आ रहा है लास्ट में इस फाइनल का, वो 7 से डिविजिबल है तो दैट मींस द नंबर इज डिविजिबल बाय 7. ओके लेट अस कम टू डिविजिबिलिटी ऑफ 9. देखो 9 का डिविजिबिलिटी जो है दैट इज वेरी सिमिलर टू डिविजिबिलिटी ऑफ 3. ओके दैट मींस अगेन सम ऑफ ऑल डिजिट्स. ओके इफ सम ऑफ ऑल डिजिट्स इट इज डिविजिबल बाय 9, दैट मींस द नंबर इज डिविजिबल बाय 9. ओके सो कोई भी नंबर अगर आपको दिया हुआ है, सपोज इट इज 181818, मैंने एक रैंडम नंबर ले लिया है, इसका आप सम ऑफ डिजिट करो 819 819 819, दैट मींस 999, दैट मींस 27 इज द सम ऑफ डिजिट्स व्हिच इज डिविजिबल बाय 9, दैट मींस द नंबर इज डिविजिबल बाय 9. ओके सान्या इज सेइंग देयर इज अ कांसेप्ट फॉर 7 व्हिच सेड NOP minus KLM plus HIJ. देखो ये भी होता है, दिस इज अ कंसेप्ट, बट ये मैं आगे डिस्कस करूंगा. देखिए किसी भी नंबर की जो डिविजिबिलिटी रूल्स हैं उनको डिवाइस करने के ना अलग अलग तरीके हैं, बट यहाँ डिविजिबिलिटी जो बेसिक डिविजिबिलिटी हम पढ़ रहे हैं इससे वहां पे जंप करेंगे तो आपको होगा कंफ्यूजन. इनफैक्ट अगर आपको नहीं होगा तो एटलीस्ट बाकियों को होगा. सो वील कम टू दैट. ओके हम देखते हैं उसे. आई थिंक दिस इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन. अब 9 का हो गया तो 10 का हम थोड़ी देर में जब कॉम्पोजिट नंबर्स आएंगे, यू ऑल नो व्हाट कॉम्पोजिट नंबर्स आर, राइट? कॉम्पोजिट नंबर्स वो नंबर होते हैं जिनको हम एज अ प्रोडक्ट ऑफ देयर फैक्टर्स लिख सकते हैं. ठीक है, वील कम टू दैट, बट लेट अस गो अहेड फॉर नाउ. ओके अब मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी पीछे बहुत चीजें बता दी हैं. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था कि अगर 2 है हमारे पास, उसका डिविजिबिलिटी रूल क्या होगा, व्हाट विल बी द डिविजिबिलिटी रूल ऑफ 4, व्हाट विल बी द डिविजिबिलिटी रूल ऑफ 8, राइट? सिमिलरली वी हैव अ कंसेप्ट हियर व्हिच मेंशंस हाउ विल यू चेक डिविजिबिलिटी रूल्स ऑफ 2 to the power n and 5 to the power n, राइट? सो व्हाट विल यू डू, यू विल जस्ट डू, अगर आप 2 का देखते हो, सो व्हाट इज द डिविजिबिलिटी रूल ऑफ 2, यू चेक द लास्ट 1 digit, राइट? व्हाट इज द डिविजिबिलिटी रूल ऑफ 4, 4 कैन आल्सो बी रिटन एज 2 square, राइट? सो चेक लास्ट 2 digits. What is the divisibility rule of 8? It is 8 can be written as 2 cube. That means जो पावर है यहाँ पे 2 की, उतने ही नंबर ऑफ लास्ट डिजिट्स को हमें देखना है. सो लास्ट 3 digits. And similarly, if I ask you the divisibility of 16, 16 can be written as 2 to the power 4, which means we'll check the last 4 digits, right? Great. So ऐसे ही अगर आप 2 to the power 5, that means 32 का डिविजिबिलिटी निकालोगे, that will be the check last 5 digits. And 32 से ऊपर यूजुअली कैट में नहीं आता. ओके अगर आएगा भी तो you know it, 2 की power 6, that means 64 का if they ask, you will check the last 6 digits. Okay? Fine. Let us go ahead. Okay, so we have discussed the divisibility of 2 to the power n, right? Let us talk about 5 to the power n. So when we check the divisibility of 5, what will you do? You will check last 1 digit, isn't it? Of course, you check whether it is 0 or 5. अगर 0 है तो divisible है, 5 है तो divisible है, नहीं है तो फिर नहीं है, right? The same is the case for 25, which is nothing but 5 square. Because 25 से जब आप किसी नंबर को डिवाइड करते हो, you all know that if we have a number, suppose 1250, right? 1250 can be written as 1200 plus 50. We all know that whenever we have double zeros in the end of a number, वो 25 से divisible होता है because 25 into 4 is 100. So किसी भी नंबर के लास्ट में if we have 2 zeros, that means it is straight away divisible by 25. So what will we check? We'll just check the last 2 digits, isn't it? We can do the same for bigger numbers. Suppose we have 1 1 3 4 8 6. Suppose 0. ये है आपके पास. What will you do? आप last 2 digits separate कर दीजिए. You'll write 1 1 3 4 800 plus 60. That 800 part is divisible by 25. So we are left again with the last 2 digits. So what will be the divisibility of 25? It will be the last 2 digits. If you want to check whether a number is divisible by 25 or not, you will check the last two digits. Is that clear to everyone? Is that clear to everyone? Right? Yes or no? Right. Okay. You can also relate it with 10. So 10, when you divide something by 10, what does it give you? It gives you the last digit, right? The unit digit. And 10 can be written as 2 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 1, right? So जब भी आपको 2 से digit check करनी है, you will check last digit. That means the power, which is 1. Similarly, when you go with 100, you are doing 2 square into 5 square. You check the last two digits. So 2 to the power n and 5 to the power n have the same divisibility. Okay? Is that clear to everyone? Okay, Sana Khan is saying, but sir, slow down a little. Sana, we are almost done with this, okay? This slide. Let us come to the next slide now. So far, what we did, we have done the divisibility of all the numbers from 1 till 9, okay? And we are here with the divisibility rule of 2 to the power n and 5 to the power n, which we devised from the previous slide. Is that clear to you? I have given all sort of examples. Again for 5. 5 cube. Suppose you want to check 5 cube divisibility. 5 cube is 125. So you all know that a number having 3 zeros in the end will be divisible by 5. So आप क्या कर लो? उस number के last जो 3 digits हैं, separate those. And this part will clearly be divisible by 125. It could be any number over here, okay? Suppose your number was 1618, 157, something like that. You will separate the 3 digits. This part is clearly divisible by 125. That means you just have to check the last 3 digits. Okay, Kashish is saying all clear. Himanvata is saying all good. Sir, repeat this one. Better than that, slow. Okay, better than that. Okay, please give an example. So it is very obvious. Is this example enough for you? देखिए दिस इज बेसिकली कि आप 100 से देख रहे हो तो कितनी डिजिट्स को आप देखोगे व्हेन यू आर चेकिंग विद 1000 हाउ मेनी डिजिट्स विल यू चेक सो दैट बेसिकली कम्स फ्रॉम द पावर ऑफ 2 and 5 राइट द पेस इज वेरी परफेक्ट ग्रेट ओके लेट अस गो टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड फाइनली वी हैव लर्नड द कंसेप्ट इट्स टाइम टू अप्लाई ओके इट्स टाइम टू अप्लाई नाउ ओके वेदांत इज सेइंग ऑल क्लियर ऑल गुड ओके सी for how many values of a 152 792 if this number is not visible to you I'll just write it down again 152 792 a and 8 whether for how many values of a this number is divisible by 4 so you have to check the divisibility by 4 try this question remember you know the divisibility rule of 4 now okay recall it apply it okay and check whether you can answer this or not so for how many values of a okay this number will be divisible by 4 so we have been given this number okay try this question okay so there are many fast fingers in the comments Ayush Raj Vanshika Dipesh great so you took approximately 5 to 10 seconds to answer this and that should be the ideal time to solve such questions okay if you are preparing for CAT you should be able to solve such questions orally okay no need to put pen and paper just do it for the confirmation let us try to come to this question okay this is a big number we all know the divisibility of 4 divisibility of 4 says that check the last two digits right of a number if that is divisible by 4 then that means the number is divisible by 4 so I have to check the divisibility of a8 whether this number is divisible by 4 or not right now a is a digit I told you digits are always single digit numbers that means single digit numbers that means 0 to 9 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 a was not defined to you so you will always put different values of a in this and find out in which case is it divisible by 4 so let us go ahead with a equal to 0 if a is 0 what do I have 0 8 by 4 which simply means it is 8 8 is divisible by 4 so that means yes when a is 0 this given number is divisible by 4 is that clear to everyone yes or no okay let us change the number fine suppose you change it to what a is 1 now so my question becomes whether 18 is divisible by 4 or not very clearly you never encounter 18 in the table of 4 so that means this is not divisible when a is 1 so we will skip a because we are not counting those values for which it is not divisible let us come to let us take a equal to 2 now okay it will become 28 28 is divisible by 4 or not yes so we'll count this similarly get quicker and quicker now with the question put a equal to 3 we'll get 38 by 4 is 38 divisible by 4 no we have 4 and 36 14 and 40 it is not divisible so we'll come to next value which is 4 a equal to 4 48 by 4 48 is divisible by 4 or not yes it is so we'll count it so what do we notice here we notice a pattern over here 0 2 then from 2 it became 4 so we notice a pattern here so we'll directly skip to 6 okay you can check with 5 58 by 4 it is not divisible by 4 right when you put 6 68 by 4 so 17 4 is 68 yes when a is 6 this is divisible by 4 when you put a equal to 8 we have noticed the pattern right no need to waste your time on 7 because you know that whenever I am putting a odd number over here in place of a I am not getting it divisible by 4 right then 0 2 4 6 8 do we have any bigger digit than 8 we have 9 but when you put 98 is not divisible by 4 so that's it at 9 I am done with my digits I cannot put a equal to 10 if there are people who are thinking we'll put a equal to 10 that is not true because digits are always single numbers okay 0 to 9 we have digits 10 digits are there in total I think that is clear to everyone if there's a doubt please comment otherwise I'll go to the next question yes or no Clear, right? Clear if it is, if you've understood this. Understood. Great, Arnab. Palak, you did not understood? You are unable to understand this? Next question. Great. So we have this question now, okay? This is a question which is slightly complex. Yes, Prerna, camera cleaning because we want the class to be crystal clear, okay? So question is, if n is 8, 8, 8, 8 and this is repeating up to 100 digits, okay? What is the remainder when n is divided by 625? This is a question from CAT 2016, so 7 to 8 years back this was asked in CAT, okay? Now, whenever you have such complex problems, you will never panic. You will try to gather your thoughts, okay? What can be the point that I'm missing, right? Now, this is a big number which says that n is equal to 8, 8, 8, 8. Keep repeating this till 100 digits, right? So if this is getting repeated till 100 digits, obviously the number would also end with 8s only. There will be so many 8s, right? This has to be divided by 625. Now, this is something that I wanted to tell you. Always, you should be somebody who, when looks at a number, you should be able to recall the specialties of that number. This number 625 over here, we have to divide this n by 625. When you look at 625, what can you gather about 625 from the given number? Number is all about what can you gather from a given number. So from 625, we can see that 625 is a multiple of 5, right? If we look further, we know that it's a multiple of 25 as well because 25 into 25 is 625, isn't it? So 25 square, very good. The moment you encountered 25 square, we are half done. Now this 25 is what, 5 square. So you write 5 square and then whole square, which means 5 to the power 4. What is this? This is 5 to the power n. What was the divisibility of 5 to the power n? We will check the last n digits, last 4 digits. Very good, because what is n? N is 4. And if I go back to the previous slide, we just discussed the divisibility of 2 to the power n and 5 to the power n. So 625, the number for which I am finding out the divisibility, it is 625 and it is coming out 5 to the power 4. What will we do? We do not care how big this number is. We will just go to the last 4 digits. Now please don't commit a mistake in getting the last 4 digits, come on. Because if you guess that wrong, then that means you seriously need to go back to basics, okay? So we'll just check the last 4 digits, 8888, and all the business that I have to do is I have to divide this given number by 625 and find out the remainder, isn't it? So straight away you can divide it by 625. Now this is slightly difficult to do, okay? Because you cannot cancel anything, you cannot do anything, so there has to be the basic division method. You will be dividing this 8888 by 625. So that is not very difficult to do, right? So 625, say, if you divide 8888, so 6 minus 625, what do you get? You get 3, you get 6, you get 2, right? And then this 8 comes, and you can go ahead, right? And solve the rest of the part. You will get option B as the answer. I am leaving this calculation to you because you should also do something, right? Is there anyone who has a doubt in this question? I have related this with the concept we studied, right? We'll use calculator. Kanishka, do not rely on calculator because your calculator will not have remainder function, okay? It's a basic calculator where you are allowed to do basic functions. It's not a BODMAS calculator as well, okay? You are not even allowed to use brackets. So do check the calculator once, okay? Do not rely on calculator until and unless you can do something using your brain, okay? So please repeat. So Tanya is saying, please repeat. Tanya, just listen to me. There's a number, big number. It was of 100 digits. All the digits were 8. So I could simply find the last 8 digits of the number. And why did I find out the last 4 digits of the number? See, the number will end in 888, right? The last digits will be 888. All the digits will be 8 in this number. So last 4 digits will also be 8888, right? Now we are checking the divisibility by 625. In the previous slide, I told you that the divisibility of 5 to the power n is, you check the last 5 digits. Because the number that I have 625, it is 5 to the power 4. So that is the reason I am checking last 4 digits. And last 4 digits are 8888. You divide it by 625 by basic division method, you will get your answer. Sir, in the previous question, what if 8 wasn't there? So let us come to the previous question. अगर 8 नहीं होता यहाँ पर, तो फिर हम क्या करते? Suppose 2 होता, then we would have checked for A2. Now change values of A. Suppose यहाँ पे 3 होता, मतलब 8 नहीं होता, 3 होता. Then तो in that case, if the last digit is 3, it is an odd number. An odd number is never divisible by an even number. तब तो 4 से divide ही नहीं होता वो, right? Okay, Tanya, you have understood, right? Fine. I think the last question was clear to everyone, right? I have repeated it. Calculator in CAT is almost useless, written by Aditya Jha. Very correct. It is almost useless, okay? You can use it for complex calculations sometimes, like if you have something in fraction, you can use the division or multiplication. Suppose you have 27 into 87. So use calculator in that case, okay, to save time. But do not rely on the calculator. Clear? Okay, everyone is saying clear. So let us come to this now, which is divisibility rules for 3, 9, but not 27. What does this mean? Do not be confused with this, okay? We are checking divisibility rules for 3, 9, but not 27. You all know the divisibility rule of 3, which says that sum of digits must be divisible by 3. Right? What is this 9? You also know the divisibility of 9, I already explained. It also says that sum of digits must be divisible by 9. Right? So 3 and 9 ka divisibility rule is same. Okay? Dhruv Morbiya is saying, can we bring calculator? No, they will collect your calculator from you. Okay? You will be left with no powers. So please do not carry calculators. So you know the divisibility rule of 3, you know the divisibility rule of 9, but not 27. What does this mean? This entire statement means that it is not necessary that if a number is divisible by 3 and 9, okay, if a number is divisible by 3, if a number is divisible by 9, that does not necessarily mean that it will also be divisible by 27. Let me take an example, say 36. 36 is divisible by 3, yes. Is it divisible by 9? Yes. But is it divisible by 27? No. So that is what it means, okay. Sometimes what we do is, out of excitement that, okay, I saw 5 to the power and I saw 2 to the power, and that very moment what we do is we throw all whatever we have in our mind, that we try to apply the concept as soon as possible, but that is sometimes risky because somebody in this case will try to say that, okay, if a number is divisible by 3, if it is divisible by 9, then it should also be divisible by 27, but that is not true in any case, in all the cases, okay. 9 के लिए डिजिटल सम का कंसेप्ट भी लग सकता है, यस लग सकता है। डिजिटल सम क्या होता है, मैं एक बार बता देता हूं जिसको नहीं आता, वैसे तो ये नेसेसरी नहीं है। डिजिटल सम होता है कि कोई भी नंबर अगर आपको दिया है, सपोज आपको दिया है 1 2 3 4, पहले इसके डिजिट्स का सम करो, 1 + 2 + 3 + 4 इज 10, यू फाइंड द सम ऑफ डिजिट्स 10, देन 10 जो मिला है आपको उसकी भी डिजिट का सम कर दो, अनलेस यू फाइंड अ सिंगल डिजिट। तो 1 + 0 करोगे तो 1 मिलेगा, द मोमेंट यू गेट 1 सिंगल डिजिट, दैट इज कॉल्ड द डिजिटल सम, ओके। तो ये डिजिटल सम होता है, ये काम का नहीं है वैसे, बट सीख लो, क्या पता कभी यू माइट एनकाउंटर इट इन सम मॉक्स और समथिंग, किसी मटेरियल में दिख जाए, सो यू शुड नॉट बी एस्टोनिश्ड, ओके। आई थिंक दिस इज क्लियर। So Anjali, you are saying repeat it. Diksha, you are saying repeat. So Diksha, I just said that it is not necessary that if a number is divisible by 3, it is also divisible by 9. It does not mean that it is divisible by 27. That is what I wanted to say. I have taken an example, 36. It is divisible by 3. It is divisible by 9, but it is not divisible by 27. So this is a basic slide basically. ठीक है? Clear है सबको? Saurabh Kumar is saying for 27 it is similar to 999 equal to 27 into 37. Saurabh Kumar, we are coming to that. Okay, we are coming to that. I hope this is clear. Harpreet is saying crystal clear. Okay, Harpreet, let us go ahead. You have another question to apply your concepts. Try to do this question. You have 4 to 5 minutes. Oh, okay, 4 minutes. Okay, let's not waste more time. Try to do this question. 1 2 3 4 A4 is divisible by 3. What is the product of all the possible distinct values of A? So again, A is a single digit number. Mind that. Try to put different values. Apply divisibility rule of 3 and find out the answer. Find out the answer. Okay. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys at 7:53, okay? Please find out your answer, recheck it and comment, okay, once you get the answer. Okay, I think many of you have found the answer. Let's not waste more time. This is a question which is basically relating to the divisibility of 3. Okay, this number, if it is divisible by 3, what is the product of all the possible distinct values? Fine. You all know that the divisibility of 3 is find out the sum of all the digits. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus A plus 4. What do you get in the end? You get 6 plus 4, 10, 14 plus A. You get 14 plus A. This 14 plus A must be divisible by 3. So what values A can have? If you start with A equal to 0, so can A be 0? You will get 14 divided by 3. 14 is not divisible by 3. So we'll discard 0. Let's check with A equal to 1. We'll get 14 plus 1, 15. 15 by 3. Is 15 divisible by 3? Yes. So we'll consider A equal to 1. Then if we put A equals to 2, we get 14 plus 2, 16. Is 16 divisible by 3? No. What about 3? 14 plus 3? No. 17 divisible by 3? That's not true. If you put A equal to 4, you get 14 plus 4. 18 by 3. Is 18 divisible by 3? Yes. You will consider A equal to 4. Let us quickly check with 5. 14 plus 5, 19. No, 19 is not divisible by 3. If you put 6, 14 plus 6, 20. 20 is divisible by 3. No. You put 7. So 14 plus 7 is 21. 21 is divisible by 3. So you will consider a equal to 7. What about 8 and 9? 14 plus 8 is 22. 22 is not divisible by 3. Similarly with 9, 14 plus 9 is 23. 23 is not divisible by 3. That means we are only getting 3 values. We have been asked the product. Do not rush and write the sum. Some people will just write the sum or the number of distinct values. No, these are silly mistakes in the CAT exam. Okay, out of excitement, when you find a very easy question, you always tend to press the keyboard and answer these questions. Please do not commit such silly mistakes. We need the product, which is 1 into 4 into 7, which gives us a product of 28. So product basically means multiplication. Okay. Somebody is answering 80. No, that is not correct. Why not 9? So if you put 14 plus 9, 23. 23 is not divisible by 3. Okay. Pratham Shaw. Okay, so you are saying that I am calling divisible diesel. Yes, I find that easy. Okay, so that is why I did that. Please don't mind it. Okay, let's go ahead. Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no? No, for digits we consider only positive integers and 0. Of course, why will you go to negative? How can you push a negative number in between? Have you ever seen a number written like 1, 2, 3, minus 1, 6, 7, 8? No, right? There's never a negative number in between. Okay, so that is very easy to understand. Let us go ahead. Fine. Divisibility rules for composite numbers. This is very important, okay? Because this is going to save you from a lot of errors. What are composite numbers first? Come on, write in the chat box. What are composite numbers? I give you 1 minute to write the answer. Sir, why are we adding the numbers in the beginning? Because the divisibility rule of 3 is sum of digits must be divisible by 3. So I try to add all the digits, but I cannot add a to 14, right? So I have to write it like 14 plus a. And then whatever value of a I'm putting there, the whole sum 14 plus a must be divisible by 3, right? So somebody is saying not prime numbers, more than 2 factors, which are not prime, more than 3 factors. Okay, so all of those who are saying those numbers which have more than 2 factors, those are correct, okay? So basically, what are composite numbers? That can be broken down into factors, or that can be written as a product of their factors. Suppose I have a number 12. This is a composite number, right? It has 1 as a factor, 2 as a factor, 3 as a factor, 4 as a factor, 6 as a factor, and then finally 12 as a factor. Fine. Okay. Now, when I'm trying to find out the divisibility for composite numbers, listen to this part very carefully. I always have to break the given number into product of 2 not prime but co-prime numbers. Now, I'm sure you all must have learned what co-prime numbers are. Yes or no? Do you all know what are co-prime numbers, or should I explain? One is neither prime nor composite. Remember this statement, okay? Those of you who are fighting in the comments, one is neither prime nor composite. दीपक इज सेइंग एक्सप्लेन अगेन. दीपक, जब भी आपसे बोला जाएगा कि कॉम्पोजिट नंबर्स का डिविजिबिलिटी रूल निकालना है, अब आपको 0 से 9 तक का तो पता है, बट अगर मैं उससे बड़े नंबर का पूछ लूँ, 10 का, 11 का, 12 का, 13 का, तो क्या बोलोगे फिर आप, कैसे निकालोगे? तो इसके लिए हम क्या करते हैं, जो भी हमारा नंबर है गिवन, उसको हम ब्रेक करेंगे प्रोडक्ट ऑफ 2 कोप्राइम. अब जिनको कोप्राइम नहीं पता वो मैं बता देता हूँ. व्हाट आर कोप्राइम नंबर्स? कोप्राइम नंबर्स आर 2 नंबर्स हैविंग HCF 1. अगर किसी 2 नंबर्स का, सपोज ए और बी 2 नंबर्स हैं, उनका अगर HCF हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर ये तो आता होगा, HCF is 1, then those numbers are co-prime. Suppose for example 2 and 5 they have HCF 1, so what will you call them? 2 and 5 are co-prime, right? Suppose I ask you 3 and 7, are they co-prime? Yes, 3 और 7 का HCF 1 है, so ये co-prime है. But what about 2 and 4? Tell me in comments, are 2 and 4 co-prime numbers? Yes, Akshata, you are correct. Co-prime numbers are the ones having no common factor. मतलब एक कॉमन फैक्टर होता है HCF 1, उसके अलावा कोई नहीं होता, ठीक है? ऐसा मत कहना कि नो कॉमन फैक्टर. Fine. Okay, now that you know coprime numbers, what will you break 12 into? Product of 2 coprime numbers. So let us go ahead and see. Let us go ahead and see in how many ways can we break this 12. Okay, so 12 can be written as 1 into 12, can be written as 2 into 6, can be written as 3 into 4. Then further it can be written as 6 into 2, which I have already written. Then again can be written as 12 into 1, which I have already written. So basically there are three different pairs, okay? There are 3 different ways in which I can break 12 into product of 2 numbers. But which one will we accept? The product of 2 coprimes. So are 1 and 12 coprimes? देखो 1 और 12 का जो HCF होता है 1 होता है, but 1 is never counted into coprimes. Okay, अगर आप 1 के साथ किसी नंबर की बेसिकली कोप्राइम चेक कर रहे हो, it will never be counted. Okay, 2 and 6 आर नॉट को प्राइम्स बिकॉज इनका HCF 2 है. 3 and 4 इनका HCF है 1. ओके, को प्राइम नंबर्स जब भी आप चेक करोगे 1 के साथ नहीं लोगे, याद रखना, काफी लोग यहाँ पे मिस्टेक करेंगे. सो विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट दिस पेयर. 2 into 6 विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट दिस पेयर बिकॉज 2 और 6 का HCF है 1. 3 and 4 ये 1 के अलावा जो नंबर्स हैं उनके साथ को प्राइम चेक किया जाता है. ओके, सो 3 into 4 बोथ ऑफ दीज हैव HCF 1, सो वी विल एक्सेप्ट दिस पेयर. ओके, अब सुनो, वी विल एक्सेप्ट दिस पेयर ओनली 3 into 4. सो व्हाट विल वी डू? वी गॉट द पेयर 3 into 4. ओके, सो 12 का मुझे कौन सा ऐसा प्रोडक्ट मिला विच इज अ प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू को प्राइम्स? इट इज 3 into 4. सो अब जो 12 की डिविजिबिलिटी हो जाएगी दैट विल बी डिपेंडेंट अपॉन दीज टू. अ नंबर इफ इट हैज टू बी डिविजिबल बाय 12 इट शुड बी डिविजिबल बाय 3 as well as 4. Is that clear to everyone how to find out the divisibility of a composite number? Suppose I ask you the divisibility of 15. बताओ divisibility of 15 क्या होगी? एक नंबर अगर 15 से डिविजिबल है तो वो किस किस नंबर से डिविजिबल होना चाहिए? उसकी डिविजिबिलिटी हम कैसे चेक करेंगे? How will we check the divisibility of 15? 3 and 5. Vatsal is answering 3, 5. Pranjali, yes. Zanav, you also. Archie, you also. That means I have explained well. Almost everyone has understood. Let me ask you more. What about 28? If I ask you 28, 28 को ऐसे दो नंबर्स में तोड़ो which are co-primes, जिनका प्रोडक्ट 28 आए but they should be co-primes. What should be the numbers for 28? 4 into 7. Chinmay, correct? Okay. That means you guys have understood. Okay. लेट अस गो अहेड. अब हम ऐसा क्यों करते हैं ये मैं आपको समझाता हूं कि हम प्रोडक्ट ऑफ कोप्राइम्स को ही क्यों देखते हैं. ऐसा क्यों नहीं कि हमने 2 into 6 देख लिया. देयर माइट बी फ्यू स्टूडेंट्स हु मस्ट बी थिंकिंग अबाउट इट. देखो, सपोज मैं आपसे 20 की डिविजिबिलिटी चेक करने बोलता हूं, तो नाउ दैट यू गाइज नो, आप क्या बोलोगे? सर दोज टू नंबर्स फॉर विच मतलब जो कि प्रोडक्ट में आएंगे एंड कोप्राइम टू ईच अदर इन केस ऑफ 20 आर 4 and 5. यानी कि इफ यू वांट टू चेक द डिविजिबिलिटी ऑफ 20, you want to check whether a number is divisible by 20 or not, you will check whether it is divisible by 4 as well as 5. Okay, but why not 20 को तो हम 2 into 10 भी लिख सकते हैं, राइट? लिख सकते हैं, राइट? Isn't it? What if there are more than one pair of coprimes? अगर more than one pair of coprimes आ रहा है तो आप दूसरा pair of coprime भी उठा सकते हो, ठीक है? या सो आप कभी भी क्या करोगे? नॉट कोप्राइम वाले फैक्टर्स जो पेयर्स इनको नहीं उठाओगे, ठीक है? दैट इज व्हाट आई वांटेड टू से. अब जैसे अगर मैं आपसे पूछता हूं 65 का बताओ, 65 को ब्रेक इट इनटू प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू कोप्राइम्स, सो यू विल डायरेक्टली से 5 and 13. यानी कि अगर कोई नंबर 5 से भी डिविजिबल है एंड 13 से भी डिविजिबल है, दैट मींस वो 65 से भी डिविजिबल होगा, ठीक है? दैट्स ऑल आई वांटेड टू से. इज दिस कांसेप्ट क्लियर और नॉट? English. Preeti, so I just wanted to say that, is this concept clear or not? I have explained all scenarios. That means when you want to find out the divisibility of a composite number, what will you do? You will break the given number into product of two coprimes. Two coprimes are numbers that have HCF 1. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, Ankit is saying explained very well. Clear. Okay. Let us go to the next slide, which is a question. Okay. And this is a question based upon the previous slide that we did. This is if a number 774958 A96B, big number given to you, okay, is to be divisible by 72, the values of A and B respectively will be. And this is again a CAT question, okay, previous year CAT question. Now we are talking about the divisibility of 72. We never learned the divisibility of 72. We learned the divisibility of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how did this 72 come here? What can we do for this now? That will be the first question that will strike our mind, right? What will we do? Because this is a composite number, we will try to break it into pair of two coprimes. What are those? 72 can be written as 1 and 72, but I told you we will never accept the pair having number 1, okay? Then 2 into 36, HCF is 2, not 1, so we'll ignore it. We can have 3 into 24, but again 3 and 24, they have HCF 3, so cancel this. What about 4 and 18? They again have HCF what? 2, cancel it. We can have 6 into 12, but they have HCF 6, so cancel it. We have another product pair which is 8 into 9. And these are two numbers which are coprime. So one more conclusion from here, whenever we have two consecutive numbers, okay, they're always coprime, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two consecutive numbers are coprime. Great. So you have found the product. You have found the two numbers for which we'll be checking the divisibility. So 72 was the product of 8 and 9, which is a product of two coprimes. We'll go ahead with this. We'll remove everything else, okay? So if a number has to be divisible by 72, it should be divisible by 8 and 9. Okay? Now just check. The number given to me is 774958A 96B, right? Let's come to 8 first, because 8 is a 8 is a number that we have seen earlier. What do we do for 8? We check the last 3 digits, isn't it? Because 8 is what? 2 to the power 3. For 2 to the power n, we check last n digits. So we'll check last 3 digits. We will check 96b and we are checking for 8. So let me write 96b and now I'll find out values for b. And because I have taken divisibility of 8, I'm checking only last 3 digits, okay? So for what values of b this will be divisible by 8? I'm checking for 8, I'll come to 9, okay? If you put b equal to 0, we'll get 960. Is 960 divisible by 8? Yes. So b can be, let me write over here, b can be 0. Can b be 1? No, because if b is an odd number, I'm dividing it by 8, it will not be divisible, right? So b cannot be 1 because if you put b equal to 1, we get 961, 961 divided by 8, it is not divisible, okay? Then if we put 2, we get 962. Is 962 divisible by 8? No. If we put b equal to 3, it becomes 963. Is 963 divisible by 8? No. What about 4? So 964 is divisible by 8 or not? No. Okay, proceed further. Come to 6. 966 is divisible by 8? No. 7. 967 is an odd number. It will never be divisible by 8. What about 8? If you put b equal to 8, you will get 968. Is 968 divisible by 8? Yes. So you will count 8 as well, right? So we are done with the values of b. If you put b equal to 9, it will again not be divisible by 8. Okay. So from 0 to 9, we have checked all the digits, all the possible values for b. Is that clear till here? Is it clear till here? Some people are saying we can directly use the options. देखो कभी-कभी ना आपसे option नहीं पूछेगा. It will directly ask you. They'll give you a box called type answers, right? In CAD, and it will ask you put down the values, sum of values of a and b. Then what will you do in that case? That is the reason we have to understand this reasoning behind it. Okay? यहाँ तक सबको clear है, right? Clear? If it is clear to all of you. Yes, Adresh, you are correct. You are saying basically कि if 960 is the number which is divisible by 8, then next number will be after 8 only. That is also correct. I just made you check all the values. Okay? Right? So ठीक है, यहाँ तक सबको आ गया. Now what am I looking for? I am done with the values of b. I need to do something with the values of a. I have checked the divisibility of 8. 8 had nothing to do with this part. So many of you might be surprised, why am I not doing anything? Why is a not being disturbed when I am taking divisibility of 8? Because 8 only cares about the last 3 digits. Let us come to the second part now, which is divisibility by 9. For divisibility by 9, recall it is sum of digits should be divisible by 9. So what will be the sum of digits? There are 2 cases now, okay? In one case, we'll take value of b equal to 0. In one case, we'll take value of b equals to 8. So what is the sum of all these digits? 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. 27 plus 5, 32. 32 plus 8 is 40. 40 plus 9, 49. 49 plus 6 is 55. So 55 plus a plus b is the sum of all the digits, isn't it? Now, when I come here to the sum of digits, I have 2 cases to consider. One case is when b equal to 0. Another case is when b is equal to 8. Right? That means मैं b की 2 वैल्यूज के लिए चेक करूंगा. तो एक सम मेरा क्या आएगा? One of the sums will be 55 plus a plus 0. Another sum will be 55 plus a plus 8. That means I have 2 sums, 55 plus a and 63 plus a. Right? Right? So आपके पास क्या था? You found out the values of b, which were 2 values. So I'll have to check with both the values. But the sum of all the digits was 55 plus a plus b. Now I'm finding out the value of a. I have 2 cases. I have 2 values for b. So I'll find different sums for both of those values, 0 and 8. So I'm getting one sum. In case of b equal to 0, I'm getting this sum 55 plus a. In case of b equal to 8, I'm getting this sum 63 plus a. So now it's time to check the values of a that are possible. Okay? If you want this 55 plus a to be divisible by 9, because I'm checking for 9, what should a be? A should be something that when it is added to 55, it should come in the table of 9, isn't it? So 9 6 are 54. 9 into 6 is 54. We need a bigger number than 54. What is the next number after 54? That comes in the table of 9. It is 63. That means this 55 plus a, if this is 63, then that is divisible by 9, right? So straight away value of a from here would be 8, isn't it? But in this case, what do I have? In this case, if you put a equal to 0, in this case, you can check with multiple values of a, right? So basically I mean to say that when b is 0, a is 8, so one pair of values of a and b, it is 8 and 0, right? This is one pair of a and b, right? Another pair would be when b is 8, then a must be 0. When a is 0, then b is 8, isn't it? See this case, b was 8, and if this has to be divisible by 9, then this should be what? 0, as well as that can be 9 as well, right? So b is 8, a is 0 or 9, right? The question is asking me the values of a and b respectively will be, respectively, okay? I am getting respective. Do you understand the importance of word respectively? Whenever we say respectively, that means it should be in the same order, corresponding values, okay? So I am getting 8 0, which is present in one of the options, right? And that is when I had b equal to 0, a equal to 8. But when I consider this case, I have 63 plus a, isn't it? A can be 0 as well as a can be 9. So another pair that I'm getting is I'm getting a equal to, a can be 0 and 9 is this case when b will be 8. So a and b, what am I getting? I'll get 0, 8 as one pair and 9, 8 as one pair, isn't it? I'm getting 0, 8, 9, 8 and 8, 0. Which one is present in the options? Option B, 8, 0, because I have been asked the respective. Now many of you will encounter doubt, many of you might have lost focus in between, but that is your homework. You have to go home, you have to solve this question. Okay, try to put your brain into it and definitely you will be able to understand it very, very easily. Okay, digital sum, Tanishq, I have already explained. You can check back. Okay, digital sum is basically आपको एक नंबर की डिजिट्स को ऐड करते रहना है जब तक सिंगल डिजिट नंबर ना आ जाए. That is not relevant to this lecture. Same 0898 और 80 आ रहा है. कौन सा प्रेजेंट है ऑप्शन में? ऑप्शन बी. Is that clear to everyone? Nitin Kant, I'll quickly take you through this again, okay? So this was this big number which I have to check whether it is divisible by 72. For a composite number, because 72 is a composite number, I do not know its divisibility directly. I'll break it into product of two co-primes which are 8 and 9. So I separately check for 8 and then 9. When I check for 8, last 3 digits, I have to check last 3 digits, and last 3 digits I get b as well. So I have to check for which values of b is this number divisible by 8, okay? So I am getting two values for b which are 0 and 8, right? Are you clear with two values of b, 0 and 8, right? तभी वो 960 और 968 8 से divisible होगा. So I've got two values of b which are 0 and 8, right? Now the divisibility of 9 that also has to be checked because 72 के लिए क्या होना चाहिए? 8 से भी divisible होना चाहिए, 9 से भी divisible होना चाहिए. For that reason what we did was we found the sum of all the digits which was 55 plus a plus b. I already know the values of b. There are two values of b, 0 and 8. तो दोनों केसेस को हम कंसीडर करेंगे. एक बार b की वैल्यू 0 ली तो सम कितना आया? 55 प्लस a. और एक बार b की वैल्यू 8 ली तो सम कितना आया? 55 प्लस a प्लस 8, दैट मींस 63 प्लस a. अब यहां से आपको a की वैल्यूज का आइडिया लग जाएगा. व्हाई? बिकॉज हम इस पार्ट में क्या कर रहे थे? 9 की डिजिट चेक कर रहे थे. सो व्हेन विल 55 प्लस a एंड 63 प्लस a बी डिविजिबल बाय 9? जब ये सम जो है 9 की टेबल में है, बेसिकली a को अगर 8 रखोगे तब ये डिविजिबल होगा 63, राइट? एंड इन दिस केस 63 प्लस a कैन बी 0 एज वेल एंड a कैन बी 9 एज वेल. सो मेरे पास कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग वैल्यूज क्या मिली? एक तो मुझे मिली व्हेन b was 0, a was 8 फ्रॉम हियर, सो आई रोट 8, 0. एंड इन दिस केस व्हेन आई हैड 63 प्लस a, my b was 8 already, right? But I am getting two values for a which are 0 and 9. So we have to write pair of values of a and b. So 0, 8 and 9, 8. Which one is present in the options? Because we are talking about respectively. Values of a and b respectively will be 8, 0. I hope this is clear. Please comment clear so that we can go to the next question now. I have already told you this is your homework as well. Try to understand this question, okay? So थीटा में तो इसके अलग अलग आंसर्स हो सकते हैं ना, बिकॉज ए बी के मल्टीपल वैल्यूज आ रही हैं. थीटा में तो ऐसा क्वेश्चन आएगा नहीं जनरली, ओके? व्हाई? बिकॉज देखो थीटा में अगर ऐसा क्वेश्चन आएगा दे विल एक्सक्लूसिवली मेंशन एट द एंड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन इफ नन ऑफ इफ यू गेट मल्टीपल आंसर्स पुट 17, तो आप वहां पे डाल देना 17 बस, क्योंकि यहाँ मल्टीपल आंसर्स आ रहे हैं आपके, है ना? समझ गया? ग्रेट. Okay, let's go ahead. This is one concept that I wanted to explain to you guys. How many of you know about negative remainders? How many of you know negative remainders? Okay, Narayan is saying you know negative remainders. Okay, but for those who do not know negative remainders, let us see what they are. Okay, by the word negative itself we have a slight idea that they would be negative. So usually what do we have in remainder? Suppose I ask you when 5 is divided by 4, what is the remainder? 4 1 4, you get 1 remainder, isn't it? You can do it by basic division method. 4 1 4, you get 1. This is your remainder, this is your divisor, this is your quotient, and this is your the number that you are dividing. It is called dividend, isn't it? So basically you know what a remainder is, but in negative remainder कैसे आएगा ये देखते हैं, ठीक है? Negative remainder तब आता है, negative remainder comes into existence. See, usually negative remainders you will not find in many books, okay? Because this basically produces a shortcut for you. That is the reason I am explaining negative remainders. You will find them important when you go to the application class of iQuanta and solve the remainders questions. Then you will find it very easy, okay? Suppose negative remainders will mostly occur when, suppose I give you an example, 2 divided by 7. What will you give me as the answer? What will be the remainder in this case? 2 divided by 7. What will be the remainder? Okay. 2 divided by 7. What will be the remainder? Mayank is answering 2 and Narayan is answering -5. Somebody is also answering 1. Guy is answering 1. I suppose वो आपका शायद पिछले क्वेश्चन का आंसर हो, शायद, नॉट श्योर. 1 तो कभी नहीं आएगा, ठीक है? देखो, there are two cases here. एक तो होगा one of these will be positive remainder, one will be negative remainder. Okay, what will be the positive remainder? You divide 2 by 7. You divide 2 by 7, you will get 2 as the remainder, isn't it? 0 will be the quotient, 7 will be the divisor, 2 will be the dividend, 2 will be the remainder, and this is because this 2 is a positive value, this is the positive remainder. So you will write 2. But what if I ask you the negative remainder? What if I ask you the negative remainder? You can see that in this case my dividend is smaller than the divisor, right? So when 2 is divided by 7, what is the difference between 2 and 7? It is 5. But just because divisor is bigger than the dividend, you will write negative remainder, and the difference between these two is 2 and 7, difference is 5. So you will write minus 5 as the remainder. So if I ask you positive remainder, 2, negative remainder, minus 5. Okay, if you are still having some doubts, I will ask you another question. Suppose I say 13 divided by 4. Tell me the positive and negative remainder. रिमझिम इज सेइंग डायरेक्ट माइनस ही कर दो. देखो डायरेक्ट माइनस कर सकते हैं बट अब आप माइनस करो. ट्राई टू माइनस हियर. दैट इज द रीजन आई एम नॉट डूइंग सब्ट्रैक्शन डायरेक्टली. ओके, सो 13 डिवाइडेड बाय 4. यू ऑल नो दैट अगर आप 13 को 4 से डिवाइड करोगे पॉजिटिव रिमाइंडर वुड बी 1. नोबडी शुड हैव अ डाउट हियर. नोबडी शुड हैव अ डाउट हियर बिकॉज दिस इज इजी. ओके, वी आर इंटरेस्टेड इन नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर. इफ यू गो टिल 12, 4 3 या 12. इफ यू गो टिल 12 यू आर स्टिल लोअर देन द डिविडेंड, राइट? आपका डिविडेंड से नीचे हो, आप जब 4 या 12 कर रहे हो. द मोमेंट यू एक्सीड द डिविडेंड, सो क्या आएगा? देखो 4 3 जा अगर आप 12 कर रहे हो तब तो आप 13 से नीचे हो. बट द मोमेंट यू डू 4 into 4 you get 16. So you have gone beyond the dividend. You have gone beyond the dividend. And how far have you gone beyond the dividend? 13 से आप कितना आगे बढ़ गए हो? 16. तो डिफरेंस कितना है 13 और 16 के बीच का? इट इज 3. एंड बिकॉज पॉजिटिव रिमाइंडर आपने ऑलरेडी लिख लिया, यू विल राइट द नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर नाउ, विच इज -3. राइट? नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर -9. ऐसा नहीं होगा. चलो मैं आपको दूसरे तरीके से बताता हूँ. लेट अस सी ऑल पॉसिबल केसेस. ओके, सपोज आई एम आस्किंग 16 डिवाइडेड बाई 7. गिव मी द पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर. 16 कैन बी रिटन एज व्हाट? 7 into 2 + 2. राइट? ऐसा कुछ करो कि नेगेटिव आ जाए यहाँ पे. अभी तो ये 2 दिख रहा है ना यहाँ पर. इफ यू सी दिस 2, दिस +2 इज ऑलवेज द रिमाइंडर, इजंट इट? डू समथिंग दैट इट बिकम्स नेगेटिव एंड ट्राई टू गेट 17 अगेन. व्हाट विल यू डू? यू विल ट्राई टू एक्सीड दिस. तो आप क्या लिखिए? 7 into 3 कर दीजिए. क्या मिला आपको? 21 को 16 करने के लिए क्या करोगे? यू विल डू -5. तो आ गया आपका नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर. यस और नो? इज दैट क्लियर? कितने लोगों को क्लैरिटी आ गई है यहाँ पे? राइट, क्लियर टू मी. कितने लोगों को यहाँ पे क्लैरिटी आ गई है? Yes, this guy is saying correct. I missed his name. He said for negative remainder exceed the dividend. That is very good. You briefed it very well. Suppose I am asking another question. 23 mod 5. So mod basically means I am dividing 5 by 23. Okay, do not be confused with mod. Okay, you will be using this word again and again in the classes. So that is why I am just writing mod. Mod means you simply divide 5 by 23. What do you get? If you write the positive remainder, you will write 23 as what? See, I hope you all know dividend is equal to divisor into quotient प्लस रिमाइंडर. ये तो सबने पढ़ा होगा. सो जब मैं 23 को 5 से डिवाइड कर रहा हूँ, व्हाट एम आई डूइंग? 5 4 जा 20 + 3. दिस इज माय पॉजिटिव रिमाइंडर. ओके, व्हाट अबाउट द नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर? ट्राई टू एक्सीड. 5 into 4 किया ना अभी, 5 into 5 पे जंप कर जाओ. तो क्या होगा? 5 into 5. द मोमेंट यू जंप वन मोर इन क्वोशिएंट आपको मिलेगा 5 into 5. लेकिन अब ये प्रोडक्ट क्या हो गया? 25. द प्रोडक्ट हैज बिकम 25. यू हैव टू मेक इट 23. व्हाट विल यू रिड्यूस? व्हाट विल यू डिडक्ट? -2. दैट मींस ये आपका क्या है? नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर है. अब तो सबको क्लियर हो गया होगा. आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड इन मल्टीपल वेज. डिविडेंड एक्सीड कर जाओ एंड मल्टीपल वेज. अब बोलो इज दिस क्लियर टू यू और नॉट? ऑल ऑफ यू आर करेक्ट. +3 -2. राइट? नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर का यूज क्या है? महेश्वर इज आस्किंग. महेश्वर विल सी दैट इन द क्लासेस. ओके, मैं बताऊंगा आपको क्या यूज होता है इसका. इट्स क्लियर अंटिल यू सेड इट इन इंग्लिश. ओके, फाइन, लेट्स गो ahead. Let us come to this concept now. This might be slightly scary for those of you who are not used to mathematical equations like this, mathematical expressions like this. We have two mathematical expressions, and what are we doing? Divisibility. Again and again, the whole concept is revolving around divisibility. Divisibility rules for 10 to the power n plus 1 and 10 to the power n minus 1. Okay? पॉजिटिव रिमाइंडर +2 भी हो सकता है. +2 ही होगा ऑफकोर्स. +2 पता नहीं आप कौन से क्वेश्चन की बात कर रहे हैं वंशिका. +2 होगा, किसी नंबर से किसी नंबर को डिवाइड करने पे आता होगा +2. मॉड मीनिंग सुरभि, मॉड मीन्स कि जब आप 23 mod 5 बोल दिया मैंने, मतलब 23 को डिवाइड करेंगे जब 5 से तो रिमाइंडर क्या होगा, उसी को मॉड बोलते हैं. तो इसलिए मैंने छोटा लिख दिया. ऐसा नहीं लिखा कि 23 when divided by 5. टू शॉर्टन इट डाउन आई हैव रिटन मॉड. ओके, नाउ प्लीज कम टू दिस. ओके, डिविजिबिलिटी रूल्स ऑफ 10 to the power n plus 1 and 10 to the power n minus 1. ऑफ कोर्स n जो है यहाँ पे कोई नंबर ही होगा. n वुड बी सम नंबर. इट विल बी 1 2 3 4 5 6 मल्टीपल हो सकता है ना. सो n इक्वल टू अगर 1 होगा तो क्या होगा? 10 to the power 1 plus 1. that means 10 plus 1, which means 11. If you put n equal to 2, what will you get? 10 square plus 1, which is 100 plus 1, that means 101. If you put n equal to 3, you will get 10 cube plus 1, that means 1000 plus 1, that means 1001. ये सबको क्लियर है? Similarly, अगर मैं 10 to the power n minus 1 फॉर्म के numbers, if you want to find out numbers of form 10 to the power n minus 1, if I put n equal to 1, what will I get? 10 to the power 1 minus 1, that means 10 minus 1, which gives me 9, right? If I put n equals to 2, I will get 10 square minus 1, that means 100 minus 1, which means 99. If I put n equals to 3, 10 cube minus 1, that means 1000 minus 1, which means what? 999. यहाँ तक सबको क्लियर है? What kind of numbers will we get if we put n equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on? Is that clear? Yes, you guys are faster than me. Khushi, Gaurav, Vishnu, you have written all numbers of form 10 to the power n minus 1 clearly. 999, 999, 9999 and so on. You have all sort of numbers, okay? Now comes the big picture, which is divisibility. This part was hidden so far. Let us include this as well, okay? So, you all know the divisibility of 9, isn't it? Divisibility of 9 is sum of all digits should be divisible by 9, right? Okay, so this is one such number for which you know the divisibility. But what about 99? What about this 99? Whenever you are given a number, okay? Whenever you are given this number, you will always try to write it in form of 10 to the power n plus 1 or minus 1. This is going to help you in divisibility, okay? अब 99 जब होगा तब आप क्या करोगे? You can write it as 10 square minus 1, right? So this is what 99 is 10 square minus 1, isn't it? What is the power of 2 over here? What is the power of 10 over here? It is 2, right? Suppose I write 999. This is also a number of form 10 cube minus 1. We are trying to deal with the divisibility of these numbers, okay? Now, whenever a number is close to 10 square, okay, you will always try to see whether it can be expressed in form of 10 to the power n plus 1 or 10 to the power n minus 1, okay? Whenever this is the case, whenever a number is in form of 10 to the power n minus 1, just a second. Whenever a number is in the form of 10 to the power n minus 1, I'm writing a statement over here. I'll explain it as well. You have to pay very good attention to this, okay? So you always have to see, we'll apply this in form of a question, okay? What I am doing is, you just have to, whenever you have been asked, you have been given a big number which is close to 10, 100 or 1000, you always have to try to bring it into the form 10 to the power n minus 1 or 10 to the power n plus 1, okay? That is the first task, first of all. Now divisibility of this 99. How will I write the divisibility of 99? Learn that, okay? Because it is 10 square. Suppose I have been given a big number, A, B, C, D, E, F. And I am trying to divide this number by 99. I am trying to check whether this number is divisible by 99 or not. What is 99? It is a number of form 10 to the power n minus 1, isn't it? 10 square minus 1. So 99 is 10 square minus 1. So divisibility of 99 will be, what will I do? I will make pair of 2 digits, okay? In such cases, when you are doing divisibility of 99, you are checking whether number is divisible by 99, which is of form 10 to the power 2 minus 1. The power of 10 here is 2, so you will make a pair of 2. The first thought that should strike in your mind should be, you have to make a pair of 2. But from where? From rightmost end. And keep coming to leftmost end until all digits are consumed. Please try to absorb this. This statement is going to help you in all such questions. You will take less than 10 seconds to find out answers in such cases. We'll see that in the next question. Whenever your number is of form 10 to the power n minus 1, you will try to express it into that form. Now what is power of 10 over here? 99 can be written as 10 square minus 1. What is the power of 10? It is 2. So you will make pair of two numbers from rightmost end, and always remember, add them all. Okay? We'll see this when we apply. Basically, this is a concept which is very much used in finding out remainders, okay? But I'm just telling you what will we do. If we are checking with 10 to the power n minus 1, what will we do? We will write the number in this form, okay? 10 to the power n minus 1, and we'll make pair of those many digits starting from the rightmost end, and we will add all of those. So what will we do? We will add EF to CD to AB. Whatever sum we get over here in the end, if that is divisible by 99, that means the number is divisible by 99. Is that clear to you or not? Why are we starting from the rightmost end? अगर आप इस नंबर को A B C D E F if this is the number ABCDEF, you can write it as ABCD 00 plus EF, right? So we will start from the rightmost two digits and keep coming towards the leftmost end. Okay? But what about the case when we have 10 to the power n plus 1? Okay, Vatsal is saying, repeat कर लीजिए. Vatsal, मैं आपको इसको सीधा एक एग्जांपल से समझाता हूं. Let us come to the question so that you are not very much confused. ठीक है? This is the question in front of you. 145691456791. We have a question, okay? So my number is 145679. Then again, if I check the pattern, I again have 145679. So 145679. And so on, I'll definitely have another 145679 till 300 digits. So I have to fill this number till 300 digits, right? And I'm checking its divisibility by 11. Is this number divisible by 11 or not? Right? Can we not use composite rule? You can use composite rule, okay? Like you are doing by 99, okay? So 99 में 9 से भी divisible होना चाहिए, 11 से भी divisible होना चाहिए. You can use it. 9 के लिए sum of digits, 11 के लिए alternate sum and addition of digits should be divisible by 11, right? But मैं आपको एक shorter तरीका बता रहा हूँ, ठीक है? In this particular number, I am checking divisibility by 11, right? So 11 is of the form 10 to the power 1 plus 1, right? ऐसे क्वेश्चंस में आप हमेशा क्या करोगे? क्योंकि 11 किसके क्लोज है? 10 के क्लोज है. सो कम टू 10 और आई वुड से 10 टू द पावर 1. इसको डिवाइड कीजिए गिवन नंबर 11 से. जस्ट ट्राई टू सी व्हाट आई एम सेइंग एंड इफ नेसेसरी आई विल एक्सप्लेन दिस अगेन, ओके? आप 11 से डिविजिबिलिटी चेक कर रहे हो. 11 इज क्लोज टू 10. 10 कैन बी रिटन एज 10 टू द पावर 1. यू विल डिवाइड इट बाय 11. व्हाट विल बी द नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर? 10 mod 11. व्हाट विल बी द नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर? I have written 679 in the end because it is 14679, 145679, 145679 like that. Minus 1. All of you are correct. Whenever 10 to the power n mod given number which is 11, if it is minus 1, you will follow alternate. Whenever it is minus 1, I am saying, whenever it is minus 1, you will follow alternate sum and subtraction of digits taken one at a time. क्यों one? Why taken one at a time? Because it depends upon the power of 10. Again मेरी बात सुनो. When I'm checking by 11, 11 is close to 10, so I'll always take that power of 10. So 10 to the power 1. I'm finding out remainder when I divide 10 by 11, and you will always try to bring the remainder to plus 1 or minus 1. But because in this question I specifically need minus 1, क्योंकि 10 mod 11 क्या होता है? नेगेटिव. वैसे तो 10 ही होता है, फिर क्या फायदा है ना? अगर 10 mod 11 10 ही लिखोगे तो the question is not proceeding. But 10 mod 11 is minus 1. So whenever the remainder is minus 1, you will always perform alternate sum and subtraction of digits taken one at a time. But again remember, मैंने क्या बताया था पिछले में? From rightmost end. फ्रॉम राइट मोस्ट एंड आप क्या करोगे? 1 by 1 डिजिट्स को लोगे ऑल्टरनेट वे में, राइट? नहीं, 10 mod 11 में नेगेटिव रिमाइंडर -9 क्यों होगा? -1 भी हो सकता है ना, क्योंकि आप 10 को क्या लिख सकते हो? 11 को क्या लिख सकते हो? 0 into 11 आप बेसिकली 11 into 1 minus 1, 11 into 1 minus 1, राइट? देखो आप में से कुछ लोगों को ना डिविजिबिलिटी 11 की ऑलरेडी याद है, आपको पता है कि ऑल्टरनेट सम एंड सब्ट्रैक्शन करते हैं ना डिजिट्स का, लेकिन मैं उस पर नहीं जा रहा हूं. दैट इज अ वेरी स्मॉल पार्ट ऑफ इट. आई एम गिविंग यू द बिगर पिक्चर बिकॉज इसी का यूज करते हुए हम और क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे. दिस इज द नंबर गिवन टू मी एंड बिकॉज 11 से डिविजिबिलिटी चेक करनी है, आई कम टू द नंबर क्लोज टू 11 विच इज 10. 10 टू द पावर 1 में कर दूंगा. इससे पहले 10 की पावर चढ़ाना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, तभी हमें पता लगेगा कि कितने नंबर्स को हमें लेना है, ठीक है? बिकॉज यहाँ पे रिमाइंडर -1 है. व्हेनेवर रिमाइंडर इज -1, परफॉर्म ऑल्टरनेट सम एंड सब्ट्रैक्शन ऑफ डिजिट्स टेकन वन एट अ टाइम फ्रॉम द राइटमोस्ट एंड. लेट मी डू दैट नाउ, ओके? लेट मी डू दिस. सी, you know that this is a number in which this portion 145679, 145679, 145679 is repeating every time, and this particular group has how many digits? 145679. So every such group which is repeating has 6 digits. In total I have to make a total of 300 digits. तो ऐसे 6 के कितने ग्रुप होंगे कि मेरा total number of digits 300 हो जाए? So suppose there are x groups of 6 digits and total digits has to be 300. So x will be 50. That means there are 50 such groups, isn't it? There are 50 such groups. यहाँ तक सबको clear है? Is that clear to everyone? I have broken down this big number into smaller ones. Every set of 6 digits from the very beginning is repeating till the end, and in this entire number I have 300 digits, and 6 digits are repeating at once: 145679, 145679, and I have to make a total of 300 digits by taking such pair of 6 digits. So in total, how many sets of these 6 digits will I have? It will be 50, isn't it? Yes or no? So how will the number end? Because the last set of 6 digit will also be 1 4 5 6 7 9, isn't it? The last set of 6 digits will also be 1 4 5 6 7 9. Yes or no? See, you are not understanding. Okay, this is a number of 300 digits. In this number I can see that 1 4 5 6 7 9 1 4 5 6 7 9 1 4 5 6 7 9 is repeating every time. So that means this unit of 6 digits 1 4 5 6 7 9 is repeating every time. I have to make a total of 30 digits. Every such set has 6 numbers. So 6 6 6 6, the same set of numbers will keep repeating until I have 300 digits. So how many such pairs of 6 digits should I have to make a total of 300 digits? So suppose x pairs. So 6 into x is 300, x is 50. यहाँ तक सबको clear है? Yes, everyone is saying yes. Fine. अब देखो क्या करना है. 11. When I said 11, I told you that I have to write 10 to the power 1 mod 11, which is minus 1. Mod is basically what is the remainder when 10 is divided by 11. It is minus 1. I'm taking the negative remainder, minus 1. Whenever remainder is minus 1, you will always perform alternate sum and subtraction of how many digits taken one at a time, because power of 10 was 1 from the rightmost end. So let us start. Okay, let us start with this. The last set of digits will be 1 4 5 6 7 9, isn't it? 10 mod से समझ में नहीं आ रहा. देखो 10 mod 11 यानी कि आपने 10 को 11 से डिवाइड किया. The negative remainder will be minus 1, isn't it? If not minus 1, then we will see something. Okay, but such questions will always be given to you in such a form कि आप हमेशा you will be able to put them in such a form that 10 to the power n mod the given number will be coming equal to 1 or minus 1. We'll see such questions. Okay, I understand your like whatever questions you are having in your mind, but they are coming up in the application class today. Okay, so you'll get crystal clear over there. Now because it is 11 and my remainder in the end was minus 1, I have to perform alternate sum and subtraction of digits taken one at a time from rightmost end. So this is the rightmost end. This will be the last set of digits, isn't it? There will be a big number. There will be more sets of 1 4 5 6 7 9 before this. So you'll pick up this digit. Let me change the color. This digit, then the alternate. Alternate, that means you have to skip the digit in between. So this one. Then skip 5, come to 4. Further you will come to 9, then 6, then 4, then 9, then 6, then 4, isn't it? So let me analyze this small set. This small set of 6 numbers. If I analyze this, because what is going to happen? Again this 4 is going to jump at 9, this 9 is going to jump at 6, which is the same thing, right? So if I take this 9 plus 6 plus 4, I have started from the rightmost end as I said. And I have done the sum. Now it's time to do the subtraction, and I am taking only this portion into account right now. Okay, this small set. So 9 6 4 is done. What are the remaining digits? 7 5 1, because the next rightmost digit after consuming 9 is 7. So 7 plus 5 plus 1, the alternate digits, and those will be negative, right? So 7 plus 5 plus 1. So with a set of 6 digits, see all my 6 digits are here, 9 6 4 7 5 1 of this number, right? One such set is consuming 6 digits. So how many sets in total do I need to consume all 300 digits? It will be 50 groups. That is the reason I found how many such groups of this number will be there. Yes or no? So what do I get from there? 9 6 15, 15 plus 4 is 19. 19 minus 7 5 is 12, 12 plus 1 is 13. How many groups I had in total? Because I did it for one group only. But this is going to repeat for every other group, because again I am getting 9 6 4, then minus 7 5 1. Then 9 6 4 7 5 1. Right? There are 50 such groups, and ultimately I have to divide this entire thing by my original divisor, which was 11 only given to me. So I'll get 6 into 50 mod 11. I am again explaining the meaning of mod. Mod simply means what will be the remainder when this given number is divided by the number after mod. So 6 into 50 is 300. 300 mod 11. 300 mod 11 is what? It is not 0, because what was I checking here? Divisible by 11 or not? If this is not coming 0, that means the number will not be divisible by 11. Okay? इसका recap मांग लिया. Okay, not divisible. ठीक है. There are a few who did not understand. Trust me, even I was unable to understand this until I did only one example. I applied this in multiple examples and then I was able, okay, to understand it. ठीक है. There might be few of you जिन्होंने पहले भी ये पढ़ा होगा, but not understanding this is very common. Okay. We will do one more question similar to this one. Okay. Let's go ahead. Because see, let me wrap up the answer to this one. Because in the end, what am I getting? I'm getting a sum which when divided by 11 is not giving me a 0. So that is the reason it is not divisible by 11. Okay, you'll write not divisible by 11. Let us go to this one. Okay. Now see, if you will relate this question with me, then things will be crystal clear to you. Okay. What did I say? This question is having 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 up till 100 digits, right? So this 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 is repeating till 100 digits. Every pair is having 2 digits. So tell me how many times this 1 2 will come? 1 2 is having 2 digits, right? 1 and 2. I have to make a total of 100 digits. How many pairs of 1 2 will be there? I am summarizing, Rahul, I am summarizing the rule for 10 to the power n minus 1 and plus 1. 50, okay. Now what is the remainder when n is divided by 99? This 99 is close to what? 100. Isn't it? 99 is close to 100 and 100 means 10 square. So this 10 square mod 99. What did I say? I have to find a number which is in form of 10, power of 10, close to this number. Okay? And 10 square mod 99, when 100 is divided by 99, see, in such questions, I am always looking for either +1 as the remainder or -1 as the remainder. In last question, I was getting -1 as the remainder. So what did I do? I took that many pairs, जो भी power of 10 होती है, whatever is the power of 10, we'll take pair of that many digits starting from the rightmost end, come towards the leftmost end until all digits are consumed. So put this in your ears. I am always looking for +1 or -1 as the remainder. When -1 is the remainder, we'll perform alternate sum and subtraction. But here, 10 square mod 99 is what? When you divide 100 by 99, the remainder is 1. When remainder is 1, you will add. You will just add, okay? When remainder was -1, you were performing alternate subtraction and addition. But here you will only add, okay? Add numbers in pair of how many digits? 10 square. 10 square है, power of 10 is 2, so you will take pair of 2 digits. 2 digits. Starting from rightmost end until all digits are consumed. Okay? Now, this number is 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 up till 100 digits. So definitely I'll have 1 2 1 2 1 2, and because every group is having 2 digits, I'll have 50 such groups. So what will be the sum of 50 such groups of 12? Because see, the number will definitely end with 1 2 1 2 1 2, isn't it? ऐसे ही number end होगा when it continues till 100 digits. I have to start from the rightmost end. Last 2 digits will be, because I have to take a pair of 2 digits. So 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, keep coming till the first pair, which is also 12. So what will be the total sum? Every pair is 12. I have 50 such pairs. So this is the sum that I'm getting, and you will ultimately find out mod 99. So this becomes 600 mod 99. Now you can simply divide 600 by 99 and get your answer. Is that clear to you or not? So is this clear to everyone? Okay, Mohammed is saying repeat. देखो मोहम्मद, मैंने बोला था कि जब भी ऐसा क्वेश्चन आएगा जिसमें रिपीटेशन ऑफ डिजिट्स होगा, what will we do? We always look at our divisor. We will check if my divisor is close to which power of 10. 99 was close to 100. So 100 if divided by 99 gives me remainder 1. Whenever I have remainder 1, I will always only add, but what? Numbers in groups of 2 digits, because power of 10 is 2 over here. Right? Because 10 square mod 99 gives me 1. Because remainder is 1, I'll add numbers in groups of 2 digits starting from the rightmost end, keep coming towards the leftmost end until all digits are consumed. This number will end in 1 2 1 2 1 2 like that only. So my rightmost group of 2 digits is 1 2, next group of 2 digits is 1 2, next is 1 2 1 2 1 2. Because I have to do 100 digits in total, I will have how many such groups? Every group is giving me 2 digits. I'll have 50 such groups, because 2 into 50 is 100, right? I have to consume 100 digits. So the sum of all such groups of 50 groups of 12 will be 50 into 12 mod 99, which gives me 600 mod 99. You can find out the remainder. Yes. Let us see the last question for the day, okay? You see, this is going to be more clear to you guys when you solve more and more questions, you solve more variety, because you have so many doubts. Somebody was saying, what if the remainder is not 1? What if the remainder is not -1? I am saying you will always be getting such question in a way that you will always be able to generate this remainder +1 or -1. What will you do in case of -1? Add and subtract digits, okay, in alternate way, starting from the rightmost end in group of n digits. And what is n? The power of 10, which is giving you the remainder +or -1. Let us solve this question, okay? Come to this question with me. What is my remainder? What is my divisor? 101. Right? This is close to 100. So find out mod 100. When you divide 101 by 100, or basically, what is my divisor? It is 101, right? So what power? Just a second. My divisor is 101. 101 is close to 100. So I will always try to find out which power of 10 when it is divided by 101 gives me +1 or -1. Okay. So what should I put in the value of n so that I get a +1 or -1? See, if you put n equals to 2, you will get 100 mod 101, and 100 mod 101 will give you -1, isn't it? It will never give you 1, right? So my divisor, when it is dividing the power of 10, n will be 2 over here, because 101 is close to what? 100. And when I divide 100 by 101, I get remainder what? -1, not 1. What do I have to do when the remainder is -1? I have to perform alternate addition and subtraction of n digits starting from the rightmost end, come towards the leftmost end until all digits are consumed. Now again, this is the number which has 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 up till 100 digits. What will be the last digits? 1 2 1 2 1 2 like this, right? How many groups of 12 will be there? There will be 50 groups. Isn't it? 50 groups. My number is ending like this. But because my remainder is plus my remainder is -1, isn't it? It is not +1. So I'll do alternate sum and subtraction. Please remember this. Now we have done 3 such concepts. Whenever the remainder is -1, perform alternate addition and subtraction, taking group of n digits from the right and keep coming towards the leftmost end. Okay. And finally, you'll get the answer. When it is 1, when the remainder is 1, you have to perform just addition of n digits, group of n digits starting from the rightmost end, keep coming to the leftmost end till all digits are consumed, find the sum of that. So because here 101 was close to 100, so 100 mod 101 is -1 and 100 is what? 10 square. So n will be 2, isn't it? So I will make group of 2 digits. Group of 2 digits starting from the rightmost end. The number will end like 1 2 1 2 1 2. So make group of n digits from the rightmost end 1 2 1 2 1 2. These will be the groups, isn't it? Then again 1 2 1 2 like that. But what do you have to do? You have to perform alternate sum and subtraction. So first group is this, second group is this, third group is this, fourth group is this, fifth is this, sixth will be this, like that. But alternate sum of alternate. So 12 plus this 12 plus 12 plus this 12, right? So you'll write 12 plus 12 plus 12, like that. Minus subtraction of other alternate groups. So subtraction of 12 minus 12 minus 12 minus 12. So I've taken a minus common and I'll get this as the sum, isn't it? Yahan tak sabko clear? Is that clear to everyone? How did I do this? My divisor was 101. I took a number closer to 101, which was 100. 100 can be written as 10 square. 10 square mod 101 is -1. That is the reason I will perform alternate sum and subtraction starting from the rightmost end, come towards the leftmost end until all digits are consumed. Now in this question, I have 100 digits to be consumed. Numbers repeating are 1 2 1 2 1 2. So last few groups will be 1 2 1 2 1 2, right? So make group of 2 digits. I get 12 12 12 every time. So since I have 50 groups, and alternate sum and subtraction is going, there'll be 25 groups here which will have positive sign because you are jumping again. In 50 groups you are jumping from one group to another. So you will be able to jump to 25 groups, right? Alternate groups if you pick up, there'll be 25 groups. And again in negative as well, there'll be 25 groups. Isn't it? Every group will have 2 digits, so 50 digits will be consumed here, 50 digits will be consumed here, in total 100 digits are consumed. But what will be the actual sum? See, mod 101 will always be here, okay? Because actually my divisor is 101 only. So this 12 25 times. Right, the sum of 12, if I add 12 25 times, sum will be 12 into 25, and again here, because I had to do subtraction as well. Why? Because the remainder was -1. So 12 into 25, and finally I have 101. Now 25 into 12 minus 25 into 12, this cancels, I get a 0. I get 0 mod 101, my answer is 0. Yashasvi, you've answered correctly. Aditya ne correctly answer kiya hai. Yes, Divya. Many of you have understood now. Yes or no? How many of you have understood right? Yes. Those who have not understood right, no. Let us end this session here only. You have to check this class again, okay? This is not an easy class to understand, first of all, especially the 10 to the power n plus 1 and minus 1 portion, okay? But this is going to be of immense use. I'll leave you with one more question where I'll just explain you the concept, try it by yourself and get the answer, okay? This is the question where 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 is repeating till 900 digits, right? Let us see this very quickly. What is my divisor? 999. 999 is close to what? 1000. So 1000 is 10 cube, and because my divisor is 999. What am I getting? I am getting remainder 1000 divided by 999 will give me 1. Aren't you seeing 1 and minus 1 every time we are having, whenever we are having such questions, right? Whenever the remainder is 1, you will perform addition of group of 3 digits, because power of 10 is 3, starting from the rightmost end, keep coming toward the leftmost end, and add, finally find the sum and get it done. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 is repeating till 900 digits. I have 3 digits in one group. So how many groups will I have? I will have 300 groups. And this number is going to end like this only, isn't it? 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 like this only. This is going to end like this. So I'll pick up group of 3 digits. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. There'll be 300 such groups. So every group is 1 2 3. I have 300 such groups. All of them have to be added. So I'm directly writing 123 into 300. My mod 999 is always going to be there. And you can find out the answer to this question. That's it for the day. We'll end the session here. But last few minutes you have to pay attention. Those are not very easy to understand. In fact, I faced some issues when I encountered these for the first time. Okay, not many of your